the way electronic voting companies are currently taking the data. So someone has touched a screen or someone has done an optical scanner and there's a vote. Then that vote has to be moved from that machine where the vote was taken through some kind of wire or some kind of process and delivered to a computer, a tabulator. And then that tabulator has to count the votes. The voting machines themselves don't count the votes, they just take the vote. Then a tabulator tabulates the vote. Then those tabulators report them to aggregators that give a total report of the vote. And basically every county generally has one tabulator, just one machine. So what we first looked at was, we were asked to say, well, how do you look at this process of moving a vote from a machine to the tabulator? And frankly, we were horrified. It's done in a manner which is totally hackable.
It is.
Yes.
Now, is that when the data is transferred or when it gets to the tabulator?
Both.
Both.
A lot of these voting machines are being hooked up over unsecured phone lines, going through uninspected switches. They don't even know what the routing is. If a bank did things, let me put it this way. When you're using, I've seen a lot of people talking about, would you trust a bank that wouldn't give you a paper receipt from the ATM? Well, would you trust a bank that didn't know how the ATM was going to communicate with your central account? That's basically what's going on right now. There are ways to make a digital audit that doesn't involve a paper trail. I prefer a paper trail, but you don't have to have it. But you have to know the custody process of the transfer of all the data, and they don't. And in addition to which, it's being done by completely untrained people.